And one of my lights I'm going to look at today is the ADJ Inno Pocket Fusion. It's the Inno Pocket range. I have the Inno Pocket Spot, the Inno Pocket Roll. The thing that attracted me to this range is the size. If I just take a measurement from top to bottom, it's 12 inches. It's 12 inches long, and if I just pick this up, it's really light. It's really light, and that's what appealed to me was. It's small, compact, does a job. Just put that back down, and I'm happy with it. I don't tend to do big rooms, really, and these Inno Pocket range do a job in small to medium-sized venues. There's no doubt about that. If you looked at my YouTube clips before, you'll see that more often than not, they're both up and running on my gantry, and they're 12 watts. Let's see what the box says. The box says 12 watts. It's a mirror, so there's the mirror, and it's a roller, so they go left to right and around. It's daylight now, so if I put it on you won't be able to see anything. It's actually a coloured wheel. There's no gobos on it, it's just a colour wheel. So the colour will come out, the colour wheel's in here, it hits the roller, and of course it just moves around and around and around and hits the walls and floors. So it's just a coloured wheel. The addition to that, it has a green laser which pops out from the bottom here. So green laser hits the roller, and again as it rolls around, the laser goes all over the place, and you should see that on my videos. It says on here it's got 7 modes. I just use sound to light, master, slave. That's all I use it for. It's much easier for me. And it's got 8 built-in shows. I'm not too sure what all those 8 shows are, but it'd be sound to light, be 3 or 4 pre ones, I guess, and then slave 1, slave 2. I have them set to slave 2 because slave 2 does the opposite to the master. So if the master goes left, the slave will go right. As I said, I've used these a number of times. Let's see what we got on them. At the bottom here, as you can see, we got in and out, and we got DMX 3-pin in and out. Here's the key and a lock. That's for the laser to switch on and off. Put it back down again. And on the back we'll see the control for settings. Now that red spot tells me it's the master. I'll put it on here as well, and I've also got it on the box, so I can tell by grabbing it that it's the master. That's as technical as I get. I've already got the hook to hang it up on ready, but yes, it's 12 watts. Now there's a lot of negative comments about the Inno range being too small, etc. You've got to use the lights in the environment, or you've got to use equipment for the right environment. If you look at my videos, most of them tend to be small rooms. Today is a small room, and these coloured wheels will hit the walls and floors without any problem at all. I use these in conjunction with the Inno Pocket Roll. They're normally together. As I said, I get a light for the venue. My other lights are the big brothers to these, and it's the Inno Roll 80 watts. Now an 80 watt light for where I'm working today will be too big for the room. Whereas if I went to a big hall, or a couple of weeks ago I did a big marquee, these will be too small. Although they will hit the floor. They may not hit the sides, left and right, top to bottom, but they will hit the floor. So I took the 80 watt ones. So I think it's a case of taking what you need for the venue. I'm very happy with these Inno Rolls and Inno Pocket Fusions. It's a coloured wheel with a green laser. Now, I don't come across many venues that allow smoke or haze. So you know, at the end of the day, we all know that when you put some smoke or haze, the beams look great. But I've only been able to use my hazer once so far this year in a venue, and that's the way it is. But the green laser on this is pretty sharp. It's a very thin, narrow beam, and it does literally go everywhere. Hopefully, maybe this afternoon, when I set up, I'll give you a run. I tend to find that when I plan to do a little review, a live review, I don't have much time. I don't know why. Even though I give myself time to set up, etc. But maybe I'll show you. But for the price, I think in England it's like £200, probably a little bit less now because I've had these for a year. I bought these last June, I think, or July, and to sit next to my Inno Pocket Rolls on a bar, and they do a job. When all four of them are on, they definitely do a job in the smaller venues and the medium-sized venues. It is the floor that I'm concentrating on, the lights on the dance floor. Yes, they will, because they're a roller, they will go everywhere else. But the 12 watt lamp that's in there does the job. I said I've got the Inno Pockets as well and Inno Pocket Rolls. I said the thing that appealed to me mainly was the size. I can carry these. It takes up no size in the van at all, as opposed to the other bigger ones, and they do a job. The heat sinks are here. They hang up. The only disadvantage I got is when you hang these up, everything's at the bottom. The mains in, mains out, DMX. So everything hangs. All the wires hang from the bottom, and I find it a bit difficult just trying to hide the wires. I tend not to feed one into the other as far as electric concerned. I tend to do them independently because I find it's easier for me to hide the wires to go along the bar and to cable tie it. If I do it from here, it's a sort of a cable showing. I tried to get the cable to go around the top to come down for the next one, but it didn't look too neat. DMX is a nightmare because when I come out I'm trying to hide it behind along the top of the bar, if you can imagine that. But they're on the bottom. I think my HP ones are on the back to hide it. But there you go. That's the Inno Pocket Fusion. It has a green laser. It says it's a 4.9 green laser. It's a scanner, but it's a coloured wheel. It's not gobos. It's the Inno Pocket Rolls that have the gobos. But this is just a coloured wheel. And the box shows you examples. There's a lot of video. Obviously, American DJ do videos, and if you watch my videos, I've got these working, and I think they do an alright job. But if I was to put these 12 watt ones in a large room, they will be lost. Also, I've got to bear in mind that in the summer, daylight, it's bright till, well, now it's getting dark about 9 o'clock, but it was bright till 9:30, quarter to 10, and you can't see much of the light anyway. So that's that. That's a very quick look at the Inno Fusion Pockets, and I think they do a grand job. And if I was working in, say, pubs all the time, these would be really good because you don't get much space in pubs. If I was starting out, possibly this is a good way to start out. But I'm not starting out. But I just have had all lights. I had the previous versions of the Inno Pocket Rolls. I had which were the 50 watt ones. I had the roller and the scanners. I do prefer the rollers. Now I don't know. I sold them last year. I don't know. I should have kept them, but I sold them, and I've got these smaller ones. But yeah, they do a good job. There is a remote control available, which I haven't bothered with, because once I set these up in master and slave, I leave them. I ain't fiddling around with them. I did have a DMX controller once a couple of years ago, and I know you can do it on software now, but to play around with that, to do the sound and everything else, I just found it's just too much. So I just let them run on master and slave, sound to light, and let them do their thing. Okay, thanks very much. Any comments, then put them below, and I'll see if I can give you a working look at this or working demonstration this later on this afternoon when I'm set up. But if you look on previous videos of mine, the Inno Roll Fusions and the Pockets are always there. They're the ones that I use 95% of the time because it's the size of rooms I'm in. Okay, and yes, I shall catch you a bit later. Oh, the sun may be coming out. I'll catch you a little bit later on. It's an early start. I don't know why. I seem to get up early today. Yeah, it's a wedding. What I can say about today? It's a wedding, and it's in a venue that I know very well. It's in a place called Rugby, which is the M6 Junction 1. So Junction 1 M6, not far from off that junction, is where I'm going today. In fact, I'm there next week actually for, I believe, a birthday party. I say I believe because that's the information I've got from the agent. I shall press, when I go to the venue today, I shall find out a little bit more if it is or isn't, because I've been to that venue before for a Christmas party and turned out to be a birthday party. So but anyway, these things are to test us, aren't they? Over and out. Okay, catch you later. The key is for the laser, switch the green laser on and off. And also all the wires at the bottom, so I've got to sort of somehow, I've given up on that because I'm running late. But I try to tie it on as neat as I can. Just on the back, then you roll the pockets from the back. And that's on the slave, but it's still having fun. So the little laser's on, it's doing its thing. And that's the slave unit, slave 2. So it does the opposite. Touch that. See what it looks like on the floor. Still on the A speaker. So your inner pocket rolls and pocket fusions doing their thing. A couple of lights, all the cables are showing. Well, you can see the green, where are they? The green lasers come and go in a minute. It's still pretty bright outside, but you see the colour, that's a red wall, dark wall. The burgundy wall, it's very dark. So there's the colour wheel doing its thing. Feels the walls, it's turned different colour now. Feels the floor, definitely feels the floor. If it's faster music. Hitting that wall. It's just not, I mean the dance floor is a small area, that's the dance floor area. The room is not big, it's not the smallest. It covers the walls, it covers the floor. Isn't it?